So hold on. You mean to tell me that Dolly is the one who put the alleged rumor, Lex tried to say was a rumor, out about her and Summer? First of all, why the fuck are you mad with Summer then? Oh my God. Everyone was like, oh, when you watch this, it's going to start making sense. None of it makes sense. This actually confused me even fucking more. Because why the fuck, even in a situation where Dolly and Summer are against each other, supposedly you're out of it. You're crying because you're sad that they're fighting and you don't want to see this. And then Dolly turns around and tells everybody, you let Tasiki manipulate so that Lex can find a reason to come and whoop Summer's ass. So basically, Tasiki just sick Lex on Summer. Now, I know they've been having issues. They've already made a, announcement. Well, Summer made an announcement that, oh, well, since we're not friends, it does not mean I'm going to bash your name. It does not mean that I'm going to put my hands on you, because I'm not. But these girls have already initiated that. Summer, if you do one thing I don't like, I'm ready to fight you. And just like Cold Killer said, you bitches were never friends, because there's no way that you want to fight your friend. I don't give a fuck. That bitch could hurt you so bad. You'll be mad. You'll be irritated with that bitch. It has to be some type of envy there. Just like Summer's saying, I don't have to fucking like Summer, okay? I'm not no Summer fan. Summer is not a bitch I would chill around. Trust and believe that. But what I'm trying to say is, Summer not fucking lying. The envy is there. I don't give a fuck what none of you bitches say outside of the show. When it comes down to this, when it comes down to real life situations and quote unquote friends, like I know this is TV, but when it comes down to real friends and you see these type of situations where the friends break up and the fallouts are behind small, meticulous things or things that they, were trying to sweep under the rug or that they didn't really want to talk about or out in the open, but they still let it get out in the open and they end up fighting about it, is because they were both dead ass wrong. But I have to point out the truth. When you look at the totality of this situation, Lex, you said you didn't really want to fight this girl either. She left you alone. Her and Dolly got into it because Dolly kicked her in the back of her head. You ganged up with Dolly and the bitch that she fought from the beginning that was your friend, Tasiki, so that you can come and have a reason to fight the girl, Summer? Man, get the fuck out of here. I don't believe it. Okay? I don't respect it. It's fake. It's for TV. It's scripted. And yes, I do love the entertainment. For my subscription money, you better get the fuck out there and you better make a show. If I'm going to pay. But that's not the point. When this situation happened, we should have seen an organic beef. What we saw was Dolly, Lex, Rolly, Rolly big ass, Cold Killer, right? And Tasiki make a concoction amount of reasons over all of these episodes we've been watching for Dolly and Lex. Excuse me, let me take Dolly out because Dolly is singular. When Dolly do shit and she move, her motion is all on her own. I will say that about Dolly. Dolly don't do that shit. Dolly is not clicking up, linking up, trying to be. Dolly is the epitome of a baddie. And another thing, people always saying Dolly ugly. Dolly ain't motherfucking ugly. Dolly is not motherfucking ugly. Y'all quit to call motherfucking dark skin ugly like y'all was doing Tavy. Now, is Tavy a little rough on the eyes? Yes. But is Dolly ugly? All of you bitches can be rough on the eyes once we get the camera to going in that 4K. Getting into you bitches' pores and you bitches' skins, into them craters, into the cracks in the lips, whatever the fuck y'all fine lines, yeah, it's gonna pick that up on the camera. So when y'all get out of them wigs, makeup, 4K, filters, you bitches is all hard to look at. I don't want none of you bitches up in my screen 2 inches from the screen talking. Back up from the camera a little bit, okay? I'm offended. Just like some hot ass breath in my face. I tell a bitch, get out my face quick. If that breath hot, they looking like, damn, we were just talking. And yes, your breath is kicking me in my face. So at the end of the day, what I really, really, really want to get to, like I said, after I just made my comment about Dolly being a real baddie, Dolly is a real baddie. I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say about it. Y'all, I don't know. Everybody got their own opinion. But me, personally, I say Dolly's a baddie. I don't give a fuck. She stands on her own. She mean what she say. Now, did I agree with the comments that she was making about Cold Killer daughter? Dolly, you a sick bitch. Why would you even say something about it? Like, what, you trying to take a book out of Summer page? Because even though Tasiki and Krishan were going at it publicly on the platform at y'all job, while y'all are all there and y'all have a right to speak on it, why are you bringing up her daughter and another grown-ass man's... Why are you bringing up her daughter and another grown-ass man's eggplant and trying to put them in the same category? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You twisted, demented, weird-ass bitch. Now, like I said, I don't gotta like these people personally. These people don't mean anything to me. I don't know any of these people. I don't plan on knowing any of these people. I'm not trying to get to know any of these people. The main issue that I have is that they all collectively saw this girl Summer as a threat, and even down to the Natalie situation, even though she should not have called her that day on the bus, it's not y'all call. When she called Natalie, she had a conversation, everybody went gang up. I found out later when they all said it that everyone had called Natalie. So they made it look like no one could reach out to Natalie at all, and Summer just called her out of nowhere. That's not what happened. All of you bitches was reaching out. I'm pretty sure Smiley was. If anybody was, it was Smiley. And all of you bitches had conversations with Natalie while she was at this funeral, but y'all let her turn around and target Summer and not say nothing because y'all knew y'all wanted camera time and y'all know how y'all wanted the season to go. Y'all already were planning on knocking Summer down because she didn't want to go with the collective, which was the big three for the season 3. It wasn't going down. She knew that she wanted to do her own thing. And guess what? Dolly's also taking a page out of that book because that's what she's doing now. She's standing on her own too. She don't need Lex to move. She's not waiting for Lex to fight with her. She's not coming up with plans and sitting down having conversations. She said independently what she like about this person, what she don't, and she gonna go for it. That's what I respect about it. I can't lie. All right, she's standing on the shit. But anyways, when you come back to it, you already know what happened. Dolly was waiting for Tinker and Summer to hop on that bus. As soon as Tinker and Summer hopped on that bus, she did a fake little, a little pump fake past Summer and popped on Tink. Both of them go tumbling down the stairs. If I'm going to give it to anybody from what I saw, Tinker won that because she ended up on top of Dolly and she ended up giving her a couple hands. So basically, after all of that stuff went down, we already know what was going to happen next. They're on the tour bus, her and Dolly going back and forth. You ain't doing that. So Cold Killer comes out of nowhere. You bitches is weird. You bitches. And this is where I have a problem with Cold Killer. Okay? I like Cold Killer. I like Cold Killer a lot. I do. But my problem with Cold Killer is that why the fuck do you feel like your bark got to be bigger than your bite? We know you can't fight like that. We know you a lot of mouth and not that much bark. Yeah, you been backing it up. You did get in there with Tink. You did get in there with other bitches who wanted to have your head. But that's not the point. The point that I'm trying to make, the point that I got, the issue that I have a problem with is the whole fact of the matter of why the fuck, why in the whole fuck, holy Vanderfield, the fuck, would you think that you had to jump in that conversation? It had nothing to do with you. Even Fauna, I was getting pissed off at Fauna. I'm looking like, of course, and you know what? It's crazy. You know how they say 3 times the charm? It started with Cold Killer, then Fauna went to popping them gums, and as soon as Tavy just had too much to say, she popped on one of them hoes, and I was expecting it, honestly. I wasn't there for her piecing it out so that they could get on with the bus ride. I'm glad Dolly popped on Cold Killer and Tavy, because why are you minding my motherfucking business? Plus, I still got my banger Lex in the cut. So if you bitches really want to get on that, I'm not on nothing. I'm not worried about you bitches. My problem was with Cold Killer. Don't run your motherfucking mouth where it's not warranted. Nobody asked you. Nobody's jumping in you and your shit between Nunu. Did she say, why are you defending Russian? One of them girls, Kay Rican, and she's not even here. Did you hear Dolly say that? She's not getting in you and your people shit. Why are you getting in her shit? And she tried to piece it out with you at the beginning. That's what I don't like. I don't like how Dolly tried to piece it out with Cold Killer. And Cold Killer was probably fake, got beat up, so she didn't really want to beef with her too long, but she still didn't want to be friends with her. But the whole point of the matter is, why are you trying to come up with a problem to say to Dolly? Bitch, mind your business. That's what happened to hoes who run their mouth or get in other people's business. They get their ass whooped. And yes, Dolly did whoop Cold Killer. Now, Cold Killer came back when they pulled up to a bar. They come to some bar called the Karaoke, the Lottery, the Bodega. I don't know what the fuck shit's called. But they pulled up to that motherfucker's locker room. And they were in Detroit. And Cold Killer said, you know what? That bitch thinks she got away with it. It's Space and Opportunity Women's Club. What I'm going to do is I'm about to get this belt and put B to A on this motherfucker Dolly, because she brought up my daughter when they was arguing. So, Cold Killer runs up and slaps Dolly in the face. Whoosh it. Like 4 or 5 times with the motherfucking belt. I said, oh my God. I couldn't believe that she did it. I was like, oh my God, she really whooped this girl head. So, right after that happened, Dolly went to saying the most disgusting shit. Of course, she fought her, beat her up. And it really was like if you had to do like 10 and 10 and you had to see who, it was like a 6-4. It wasn't that much of a beat up. Dolly won, but it wasn't that much of a beat up. But I don't like what was being said. And then Dolly decides after that belt to face that she got from Cold Killer to say, oh, fuck your daughter. That's why that's the part where she brought up the daughter, and it just didn't make sense to me. I really hated that. I really hated that, and I honestly wish they would have edited that out. They could have said that she kept talking about my daughter, and then later on they could have carried their beef out on camera. But for Zeus for motherfucking Zeus, for the fucking motherfucking Zeus Network to air, I don't give a fuck. Just like the Emmett Till comment. Yeah, y'all want controversy, but that's different. The Emmett Till gonna definitely bring controversy, views, all that shit, because they look like, what the fuck this bitch said that for? What? They gonna go see. No. I'm talking about the fact that she brought up SA on a child by another grown adult. I thought that was sick. Y'all was mad at Summer for speaking on it. Why y'all not mad at Dolly? I don't know about that. I don't like that. But anyways, when we go back down the list, Tavy said she wanted her. She said, come on, Tavy. So her and Tavy go at it. She gave Tavy 1 round. Dolly said, I'm giving you 1 round, bitch. And she gave Tavy that motherfucking round. Popped Tavy right in the lip, mouth bleeding, all that. She didn't really get no good round. They didn't get to fight. Security probably jumped in like 20 seconds in. It really wasn't a fight. But if I have to give it to anybody, it's Dolly. I'm sorry. Dolly whooped all these bitches back to back. Suki even said it. She like, I'm going to have to give that to Dolly. I don't think she said give the fights, but I think she was just saying like, which other bitch getting in the field back to back to back to back with you bitches. And Dolly did that. You know how Tink say, nah, Dolly, you lost. At this point, it was, nah, Dolly, you won. You got that. You did that. Big one. Big Dolly. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, so then they carry on the scene. They got Scotty complaining about how she wants to have some type of sit down with Natalie because she's so upset and she can't take the fact that she's, with Lemmy. I knew this was coming. Scotty, what the fuck are you talking about, bitch? This not your motherfucking show. Like, everybody keep forgetting. Baddies got big because of the efforts from the Zeus Network, of course. Lemuel and Natalie. That's the big 3 right there. Zeus, Lemmy, and Natalie. That's the powerhouse. Scotty just a hoe that got fucked on the side and is pregnant. Y'all gotta call it what it is. To sit up here and try to make it look like, and I'm not even a fucking Natalie fan, she's jealous of Scotty, the worker. Scotty is her fucking worker. She's Scotty boss. It doesn't matter if she's fucking. See, that's the problem. You motherfuckers get to thinking, oh, I can go fuck my way into privilege. And then when a motherfucker shit on you at the last minute, when you least expect it, when your cards are all down and you have to fold, then you bitches have nothing to lay on but an air mattress, okay? So stop fucking putting your ducks and all your eggs in one basket. I don't give a fuck if it's a billionaire. If I had scored a billionaire in my life, I'm not keeping all my eggs in that one basket. But anyways, we ain't talking about me, because that don't got shit to do with me. I'm off the market, baby. But what I'm trying to tell you motherfuckers is, don't ever put all your eggs in one basket. If you ain't got no ring, if a motherfucker willing, he tested Scotty, and Scotty failed the test. See, everybody's on this show trying to make it look like Scotty did so great. Yeah, Scotty, big up Scotty. Yeah, it is big up for Scotty, because Scotty don't got no broke baby daddy like a lot of bitches do. But one thing Scotty do got is a fucking headache and a handful of problems. If y'all think that she's about to have some everlasting peace because she had a baby with a nigga like a billionaire, you know how many bitches is gunning for him? It's always going to be, especially after she had that baby and she don't have no ring, it's always going to be bitches coming after Lemmy, want the next bag, okay? Want the next money, want the next Scotty position. She's not married. So everyone in the world, I don't care how they try to make it look lovey-dovey on the internet, everyone in the world knows that that's not no serious relationship. Y'all not married. Y'all don't really have no ties. You're just a worker bee. Let's be fucking 100. But anyways, that whole conversation, save that shit for another day, because I'm siding with Natalie on that. I'm sorry. Anyways, next. And Jayla, even for you even getting in that, and I understand that Scotty's your friend, but bitch, no one gives a fuck. Get the fuck out of the conversation. Just like Cold Killer just got clocked upon her motherfucking head by Dolly because she went in her mouth, and sitting in a situation don't got nothing to do with her. Anyways, let's move on. So now, Summer pulls up. She's like, listen, you want to talk about the D? Let me show you how dirty the D gets. So Summer and Dolly start going at it. Boom, 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 boom. That one, I'm honestly, for Summer to be Summer and Dolly to be Dolly and be whipping bitches and fighting on bitches all night, that was a tie. Summer and Dolly was a tie. Maybe Dolly got a hit or 2 more in. Let's just be realistic. You should have beat that girl ass if you really wanted to fight her and she approached you. Then Summer cousin jumped in. Monk. She tried to get a couple hits in. Zeus broke that up real quick, got them out of there. And basically that was the end of that. So when it comes back down to the situation, the final situation of the show comes down to Tasiki running back and forth between Lex and Summer. Lex, are you okay? Your friend's fighting. Going over to Dolly. Dolly, you got a scratch on your face. Mind you, Tasiki's so fake because she don't like none of these girls. She's trying to be friends with Lex because she was waiting for the big 3 to break up because she don't have her and her little Krishan sister duel. So she don't want to see nobody else in the duel. She don't really give a fuck about Anya and Biggie. I don't care what nobody say. Fact check me all y'all want, but y'all see later down the line line where I say what I say and see it's true. But anyways, they don't give a fuck about that. What they give a fuck about is being messy. So when she went over there trying to stir up the drama, she asked Dolly, well, why? What's wrong? That's when Dolly came out to Tasiki and said, yeah, I'm pretty sure Lex, she brought up Lex's name, not Summer's. I'm pretty sure Lex is crying because she said that Summer ate her pussy. Girl, dial tone, because I'm telling you, I had to hang up the phone and make a couple motherfucking calls to another couple motherfucker people, because what did I just hear? Are you telling me that? Yeah, that's what they said. That's what happened. So Tasiki took that, ran right over to Lex and said, Lex, listen to what Dolly said about you. No, I'm lying. She went to Summer first. Tasiki left Dolly to go to Summer to ask Summer why she's mad. Well, why are they saying Dolly just told on you and said that you did something with Lex? So, of course, Summer, in the heat of the moment, confirmed it because she don't know who the fuck I'm listening to. She like, girl, this, and the third. Yeah, I ate her pussy and she ate mine too. And she left it at that. Tasiki said, whoop, let me go take this to Lex. So she ran over to Lex to hurry up and go tell Lex. And then they all ganged up. At that point, that's when the whole gang up happened. And that's when I felt like it was just getting lame. I know you don't like this girl, Summer, for whatever reason. Honestly, she's great TV. Y'all say y'all like her and all of this stuff. But when she's in the vicinity, all y'all have to do is drain her energy by ignoring her. Every single time they feed into this girl and they get mad because she ends up on top with the verbiage, if she has to fight somebody, or if she's just getting the camera time and they don't like it. This season was not for Dolly and Lex. Honestly, I do want to see Dolly do a little more. I want to see Lex do a little more. But I did not want to see Dolly and Lex doing more when it came down to Summer. What the fuck? We already opened up the season with her getting dragged and tagged and slapped around by Tasiki. So what fucking more do we need to keep seeing this whole season be about her? If they were going to make her the star of the season and keep the storylines rolling as in Summer causing all the drama and blah, 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 because she's not the only bitch who run her mouth. She's not let's keep it real. She's not the only bitch that gets sloppy drunk. She's not the only bitch that do all these other things. So y'all are all singling her out because y'all just don't like her. And it is what it is. Y'all mad she has a stardom that y'all don't have. And it doesn't matter if she's going to be friends with them. When she said that Dolly and them are mad at her because Dolly and Lex are mad at her because she won't be their friend, she's absolutely right. That's all Dolly fucking talked about for about 2 minutes in the confessionals on this episode. So listen, child, this shit is a mess. Like I said, this shit is getting crazier and crazier. I feel like Lex is a lame. I feel like Tasiki's a shit starter, and not in a good way. It's not like she's just carrying the bone. No, this bitch is manipulating just like her sister Krishan does, and just like she did to get on the show, and just like she did in order to keep her image looking good, because she would never admit that she did what she did to her little sister, who already came out and put it out there to the world. Child, I'm done. Anyways, y'all gonna tell me what y'all think about this. Anyways, y'all gonna catch me in the next video. Like, share, subscribe, comment if you fuck with me. And yeah, keep up the energy. Y'all already know I'm gonna be back for the next video. So, I'll catch you on my next one.